Defense attorney advocate Malesela Teffo says his own legal troubles won't stop him from representing the accused in the Senzo Meyiwa trial. Teffo was arrested yesterday for being in contempt of court after he failed to appear earlier this year. He's representing accused 1 to 4 in the Meyiwa murder trial. Teffo has been granted 10,000 rand bail in the Hillbrow Magistrates Court. Our reporter Slindelo Masikane following that story for us. She joins us now live. So Sli, we know the charges that he's actually facing, but what are the circumstances behind it?
Well, we know that this matter emanates from cases which were opened against Teffo last year by his former colleagues in the SAPS. We understand that it involves an issue around Teffo violating a court order not to come to the offices or be on the premises of the provincial commissioner's head offices in Parktown. It seems as though he violated that court order, and subsequently he had been granted bail and was supposed to appear in court early in January and failed to appear. The reasons that his lawyer gave to the court were, one, that he and his lawyer, that is Teffo and his lawyer at the time, had contracted COVID-19, and the second date in which he was then supposed to appear, his lawyer says that they were given the address of the Johannesburg Magistrates Court, that the matter would now be appearing at the Johannesburg Magistrates Court by the investigating officer. And so those were the reasons given as to why he was in contempt of court and did not appear. We had an opportunity to speak to Teffo following his granting of bail. This is what he had to say.
Yeah, after such an embarrassment of the whole world, I'll gain myself from here. I'll gain the strength.
It looks like your spirit is broken. Did it affect you?
No, I'm not. I'm not broken. I'm determined because I know the reason why this is happening.
What's the reason?
I know where I was taken yesterday. Is the reason.
What happened?
Is the reason. I need further guidance from my attorney as to what is the way forward from here in terms of addressing the media. That one is inevitable. We have to. See, it cannot happen like the way it did, and then I still remain silent. Yeah, so you say my spirit is broken. I'm more determined than ever.
Sli, what's the NPA saying?
Well, the NPA is saying that they of course welcome the fact that the judge, the magistrate rather, had set the bail amount at 10,000 rand, saying that they're hoping that it's going to serve as a warning to Teffo to comply with the court and appear when he's supposed to do so. But here's the NPA's Pindim Jonondwane elaborating more on these charges.
The accused decided to contravene the court order which barred him from entering the premises of SAPS's provincial office, as well as the bail conditions that were set when he was first released on bail of the amount of 1,500 rands on the first case of July 2020. So now these charges were then added to the dockets that are before court currently.
Teffo has his own theory about why he's being charged, doesn't he?
Well, you would have heard him mentioning a little bit of that in the sound bites, where he believes that all of these, the arrest that happened rather yesterday was not just to humiliate him, but to intimidate him in efforts to deter him from continuing with defending accused 1 to 4 in the Senzo Meyiwa trial. In fact, when I spoke to him, he pointed fingers at the police minister, Begitele, saying that he was responsible. But we also know that Teffo has a history in labor law and in particular representing police officers who are in dispute with the SAPS, and in many of those he has actually won those cases against the SAPS, and he believes that he's ruffled some feathers in high-ranking SAPS officials. So he believes this is all just an intimidation tactic to get him away from the Senzo Meyiwa trial. Let's take this.
There's a lot. The agencies, NPA is involved, SAPS is involved. Yeah, they are involved, these agencies. I cannot individualize, but there are those seniors who are very much giving the orders that are considered and taken serious.
Serious allegations he's making. So let's talk about the timelines of when this contempt case will be heard versus the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial continuing.
It's cutting it very close. We know that the trial resumes at the end of May, the 30th of May to be specific, and Teffo himself is expected back in court for his own matters in the Hillbrow Magistrates Court on the 27th of May. So it remains to be seen at this point, Shahan, whether he will be able to continue representing accused 1 to 4. He seems quite determined to do so, and his lawyers are saying that they're going to ensure that he is able to do so. His instructing attorney was actually his lawyer today and said that Teffo's own legal woes will not affect the trial in any way.
Very quickly, Celia, I found this very interesting when I was reading up on this story. The fact that his attorneys told the court he can only afford 4,000 Rand bail right now. But this is an advocate we're talking about here.
It is. It is. I mean, we posed that question to Teffo as well as his lawyers because when I spoke to him after the ruling on bail, he said that he couldn't afford 10,000 Rand bail, but it seems that he managed to get the funds from somewhere because he was released just late this afternoon. So, I mean, the fact that he told the court he could only afford 4,000 Rand, it seems as though he could afford a little bit more because he is officially out in bail.
Okay, we're going to leave it right there. Our reporter Slindelo Masikane following those cases for us.